Hello everyone, welcome back to Priyan classes. I hope you must have watched my previous video on the chapter of geometric progression, which is especially meant for class 11th students. Okay, there was, as the video was going long, so I had given a break on that video just to cut short it, and now the remaining concept, the remaining things that was to be given for the geometric progression, that is I am covering in this video. So just watch till the end so that you can be benefited from this. Okay, so today I am starting with the properties. There are some specific properties. Now what this properties is? The first thing, if all the terms, the first property is if all the terms are multiplied. Remember, if all the terms are multiplied or divided by a non-zero number. Remember, it is a non-zero constant. The result will be a GP. Will be once again a GP. So if all the terms are multiplied or divided by a non-zero, remember I have specified the word, I have emphasized this word non-zero, because if you are multiplying by 0, what will happen? All the terms will become 0, and it will not make a sense if we say it a GP or AP or whatever it is. Okay, so it has to be. Similarly, if you are dividing by 0, you know dividing by 0 gives all the product as infinity. Okay, so what I get is, now see, if there is a GP like AR square, like that up to AR raised to power n minus 1. If it is a GP whose first term is A and the common ratio is R, okay, and if I am multiplying by K, multiplying by K all, what you get? KA, K into AR, K into AR square, and so on, and the last term will be K into AR raised to power n minus 1. Now again you see, what is? There is a first term Ka and there is a common ratio of R. So this is also a GP. So it is not the thing that common ratio will be same, only the difference will be that the first term will be changed, and the new series will also be a geometric progression. Okay, now let's go on to the second property. Okay, so now what is the second property? Second property says, if the reciprocal, if there is a GP, then the reciprocals, means reciprocals of all the terms, of a GP will also be a geometrical progression. No change, I think, because suppose that your GP is AR square, AR cube, and up to AR raised to the power n minus 1. If I take the reciprocals of all, what will happen? The first term will become A, second term will be, sorry, this is AR and this is AR square. So second term will be 1 by AR, third term will be 1 by AR square, and similarly the last term will be 1 by A raised to the power n minus 1. Or I can say it as 1 by A, then second term 1 by A multiplied by 1 by R, then third term will be 1 by A and 1 by A over R, 1 by R square. I can write it like that. And similarly, the last term can be written as 1 by A multiplied by 1 by R raised to the power n minus 1. So I can say this is also a GP where the first term is 1 by A and the common ratio is 1 by R. So by this you are again getting a GP. Similarly, I can say the third property, I can say what it is, that if all terms are raised by the same power, or exponent, the result is also a GP. Okay, so what I am doing is I am raising by the same power. Okay, that is, if my original is this AR square and up to AR raised to the power n minus 1, as usual I am taking the same thing with first term A and second term as the common ratio as R. So now if I am raising it by any constant number, so if I raise by power k, okay, I am taking the power as k, then A raised to the power k will become the first term. Second term will become AR raised to the power k. Third term will become AR raised to the power 2k. Sorry, AR square raised to the power k. And similarly, this will become AR raised to the power n minus 1 and total raised to the power k. I can write it as AK and second term as A power k multiplied by R raised to the power k. Third term I can write as A raised to the power k multiplied by R raised to the power k square. It can be written like that. Okay, and similarly I can write the last term as A raised to the power k multiplied by R raised to the power k raised to the power n minus 1. And now you can see it is a GP with first term is A raised to the power k and the common ratio as R raised to the power k. Means both things will be raised by the power k. Okay. Now there is another thing in this. The very important, now the next are something different, but there are also properties, but they will be something different. Okay, so the fourth property says in a finite GP. Why I have taken finite GP? Because I want to take the term from end also. So what I am saying is that the GP is not moving towards the end. Okay, it is not moving towards infinity. It is only up to certain terms, which we usually say up to n terms. If it is a GP of n terms, then product of any two terms which are equidistant from beginning and from the end, that is, it is at the same distance. If I am taking first term, then it should be first last, or the last term from the end. If I am taking second term, or if I am taking third term from the beginning, then third last term from the end. Or I can say, if I say rth term from the beginning, then rth term from the end. Product of these two numbers will always be same, and that will be equal to the product of first term and the last term. Let's see how it happens. Suppose that my GP is AR square, AR cube, like that, up to AR raised to the power n minus 1, because I have said that it is a finite GP. Okay, I will take a generalized term like rth term. Okay, suppose that I say rth term from beginning. What this is? Very easy. This is equal to A raised to the power A multiplied by R raised to the power R minus 1, capital R minus 1. Okay, now I will take the same rth term from end, and you can recall from my previous video that rth term from end will be A common ratio raised to the power n minus R. Okay, now multiply. What I get? A into r raised to the power capital R minus 1 multiplied by a into r raised to the power n minus r. Okay, so what this is equal to? A into a, or I can say it as a square multiplied by r raised to the power r minus 1 plus n minus r. So this r gets cancelled, and this is equal to a square into r raised to the power n minus 1, or I can say it as a multiplied by a into r raised to the power n minus 1. So this is your, always see, I have taken rth term, capital Rth term, but my product is independent of this capital R. That means whatever is the value of capital R, this product will always be same. And you can see this is the first term and this is the last term. So that is why I have said this will be first thing, it will be independent of the number capital R. So it will the product will always be same, and it will be equal to the product of first term and the last term. Okay, now using this, there is another very small property that is to be explained, that is for specifically for 3 terms. Okay, if 3 terms or 3 numbers are in GP, okay, suppose that those numbers are A, B and C, then what it is said, square of the middle term will be equal to product of other 2 terms. Okay, square of the middle term. So the middle term is B. So how? Because it is said that these 3 numbers are in GP. If these 3 numbers are in GP, that means there is a common ratio. Common ratio means, obviously, since if A, B and C are in GP, then what will happen? B over A will be equal to C over B. Very simple. Just shift this by cross multiplying and you will getting that B square is equal to A into C. That is what it is said. The square of the middle term, B is the middle term. So square of the middle term is equal to product of the other 2 terms. Okay. So this is one of the very small properties. Now there is one more property that is to be explained to you. Okay. So now this is the one of the property that if I select the numbers, select the terms of a GP at regular intervals, means normally what we take is, I take first term, then second term, then third term, then fourth term, like this. Suppose that we are taking first term, just skipping 1 or skipping 2 terms or skipping 3 terms as per your choice, but the number of terms that you have skipped should be same always. And using this sequence, you make another sequence of whatever the new sequence that you will be getting, that will also be a GP. Okay, see how it works, that if your original GP is A multiplied by AR, the third term is AR square, fourth term is AR cube, and like that you go on. Okay, maybe up to n terms, maybe up to infinity, whatever is. Now if I take by skipping 1 term, if I take by skipping 1 term, so my terms will be A, then I will skip 1 and the next I will take third term, and third term will be AR square. Then I will skip once again, fourth term I will skip, and the fifth term will be AR raised to the power 4, like this. Similarly, next will be AR raised to the power 6, like that you will go on. And you see, in any two terms, you see the first term is A and the common ratio is R squared. So you are again getting a GP. You are again getting, you can try it by skipping any number of terms. So this is what I had to give you about the properties of the GP. Okay. Okay, so now the last topic that even if you remember about arithmetic progression, the last topic which I had dealt with was about the arithmetic mean. Similarly, just like arithmetic mean, we are having geometric means also. That means you have to insert number of geometric means. The numbers may be anything, it may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, whatever it is. So means, if I insertion of geometric means between any two numbers I have to insert the number so that the resultant sequence is a GP. So suppose that you have got two numbers A and B and you have to insert n number of geometric means. Okay, that means your new sequence will be A and B, and between these you will be getting n numbers of like G1, G2, G3 up to Gn. These are the n geometric means that are to be inserted between A and B. Now how we have to, because if you are getting a sequence, you know what is the first term, you know what will be the last term. Okay, what you have to find out? The common ratio. What should be the common ratio between all two? So first of all, see what will be the total number of terms in this GP. Okay, like you see, you have got n numbers, n geometric means, and plus one term is the first term and one is the last term. So you are getting n plus 2 terms of the GP in between this. And what is B? B is n plus 2th term. Okay, B is n plus 2th term. As usual, if I take, if the common ratio is R, then what will be the value of B? A raised multiplied by R raised to the power n plus 2 minus 1. Okay, n plus 2 minus 1, or I can say B over A is equal to R raised to the power n plus 1, or I can say what is R? This is n plus 1th root of B over A. Okay, so this will giving you the value of R. Just see, it will be the value of R, and value of A you know. Just keep on multiplying A with this number and you will get all the geometric means. Now there is very small deduction from this. If you have to insert only one geometric mean, what does it mean? If you have to insert only one, okay, suppose that if I have to insert one GM between A and B, okay, so since it is 1, I will just take G only. Now you see, you have got two things. Firstly, I will use this formula. So okay, so what my R will be? Since it is 1, so it is 1 plus 1th square root of B over A, or I can say it is square root of b over a. Okay, like this. So what is g now? G will be equal to a multiplied by square root of b over a. Okay, that is a raised to the power 1 minus, or I can write it like that also. Just take a inside. I can write it as square root of a square into b divided by a. So this gets cancelled. So what is g is square root of a and b. Or see, this will be your geometric mean, and if you just square it, what you get is g square is equal to ab, that I have just given you, that the product of middle terms, the square of the middle term will be equal to product of the other two terms if these three numbers are in GP. Okay, so this also you are getting. So this is all what I had to say about the geometric means. I hope all of you must have understood all the concepts. So now I once again advise all of you, I once again request all of you to keep practicing the questions given in your book, and I advise all of you, never give up the book prescribed by NCERT. Okay, you should never give up or never overlook the questions given in the NCERT book. So with that, I come to the end of this chapter. So now I will take a leave. So before I leave, I once again request all of you, if you have not subscribed my channel, please press the like button and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon so that you can get the notification in respect of my upcoming videos. I will keep on giving you the videos on different chapters, and even if you are having any specific problem in respect of any of my previous videos, just give your views on the in the comments box, so that I can clarify or I can give you clarifications on your doubts also. So till then, goodbye.